I really do think Netflix has a problem with jam packing their streaming service with all different kinds of shows and movies, regardless of quality. But what happens when you find a show or a movie that is actually good? Let's talk about it. A couple weeks ago, I was looking for something new to watch on Netflix, and I was looking at what was currently streaming, on the top 10, and I came across a show called All the Light You Cannot See. This show stars noticeably Mark Ruffalo as well as Hugh Laurie. Mark Ruffalo, who plays the Hulk in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, as well as Hugh Laurie, who plays in the medical procedural drama TV show House. This show is actually based on a novel by Anthony Doerr by the same name and is created by Sean Levy, who most people know as the director of Free Guy, A Night at the Museum, and the upcoming Deadpool 3. And like I mentioned, it does star Mark Ruffalo and Hugh Laurie and Aria Mia Liberty, who plays the main protagonist in the story. Now, the story is set during World War II in France during a point in time where the Nazis actually were in control of part of France, and does a really interesting job with telling us a story that sounds familiar, but we haven't really quite seen in media, in TV shows or movies. One of the things I found really compelling about the story was that while it does focus and center around this woman who is telling stories on the radio, telling us, her history, her background, how it relates to what she's currently doing. It also does a good job with telling us a parallel story of a man who was forced to join the Nazi regiment at an early age, reasons why he was selected to join the Nazis. And it really just brings a more realistic approach to what people had to go through at that time where evil was just rampant in that part of Europe. So a few of the things that I had issues with for this show that pulled me away a couple of times, I will say that the first episode is a little bit more rough to get through, but once you're past that first episode, the second episode really picks up. That can be said with a lot of shows. This is only a four or five episode show. It's a mini series. So that's already 25% of the way through. That's one of the things I didn't really like a whole lot. Another thing that kind of pulled me away was and I may be incorrect in saying this, but I believe they used CGI on the young girl's eyes. I could tell something looked unrealistic with the girl's eyes, and to me it looked like they recorded the young actress and went in and did some sort of CGI or visual effects with her eyes, and it was kind of off-putting. So the last thing I will say that was a bit jarring for me, that pulled me away from the show, was Mark Ruffalo's accent in the film. I really love Mark Ruffalo as an actor. I love him in everything he's in. I actually liked him in this show too. The only thing is, his accent felt like it was going in and out between his normal voice and the accent he was trying to portray in the show. So that was kind of pulling me back, and it was jarring until, I just kind of a couple of episodes in, I was like, okay, fine, whatever. Mark Ruffalo is Mark Ruffalo. I'll just deal with it. But that is one thing that I wish that they had worked a little bit more on, whether to just remove his accent altogether or to refine it a little bit more. But those are just the main things that I had an issue with the show. Did any of those really ruin my experience watching the show? I'll have to say no. I still really enjoyed the show for what it was. I think it was one of those where I had no idea it was even going to be released. I'm glad it did, because it was interesting. It was an interesting story that I think a lot of people who enjoy period pieces from, World War II would actually enjoy watching. So if that's something that you guys would like, definitely give this one a watch. If you have seen this already, comment down below. Let me know what you guys thought, because I'm always interested to know what you guys think. Otherwise, I appreciate you all for tuning in. Please remember to like and subscribe. We are trying to reach 100. We're almost there, so I appreciate everybody. Until the next one, see you guys later.